Hello, everyone. I am very happy to be here sharing my experience as biomedical clinical engineer. My name is Alejandra Velez. I am Mexican. I studied in Mexico almost like 20 years ago when the biomedical engineer career was still in few universities at national level. I think it were only 3 of them. And yeah, we were few in the career. We were 7 persons in my generation and only 2 women. I have been working mainly at the facility level and hospital level in the public sector in Mexico, and after in the humanitarian sector. I can share with you that my experience has been these last years in the humanitarian sectors has been complementary to what I learned in Mexico about the different contexts and different technologies and different engineers all around the world with different interests. And well, first I want to share my last experience that I have just in one of the African countries I visit, in Guinea-Bissau. And from the engineering perspective, I was surprised of how fast they are capable to learn technology once we can guide them, but also at the same time, how many technology it's arriving from other countries without the basics for them to learn. Like we know the manuals and we know the instructions and we know like basic trainings for radiation safety or for ventilation or etc. So I was just wondering myself how much we could still do from the clinical engineer perspective, starting from the basics and sharing knowledge around the world, that now it's possible to do it with the technology that we have on place. We could do remote and alive meetings with the engineers and the technicians in these places. If I can also say something from the personal perspective, it is that when we want to support the units in these countries, I think the first step is always to come and see them and meet the people and understand what are their needs before we come with a lot of information and with a lot of willing to support, but without not understanding before what are their needs, what are the capabilities. I am so happy and so proud of being also learning from Adriana Velázquez, who you all know. I have been working with her here in WHO for already like 8 years, going and coming. I have been working also with Doctors Without Borders and trying to open this gap of health workers considering the health workers in the health workers group, the biomedical engineers, because most of the places we go and the understandings of the Ministry of Health is still like health workers are doctors, nurses, and they skip to include technicians or engineers or the laboratory sterilization and other technicians and the hygienist people in the hospitals that are very valuable and are part of the holistic system on the health facilities. So I have been working on this with some of you, trying to open doors for the biomeds at the Ministries of Health. Yes, and I would like to add something, being a woman, being a biomedical engineer, and being from Mexico. I want to motivate all of us to say that it is possible. Sometimes we think it's difficult to go out of our countries to learn and share experiences, but in fact, it is always possible. It's just finding the nice people that will push us to move upper and to get all our potential there. Also being from Mexico makes me think that there is a lot of things that we could share. Sometimes in the public health, most of the information is coming from English-speaking countries or other countries, and they don't know many things that we are creating in terms of innovative technologies, in terms of how to create innovative systems in the rural areas. And so in general, I think Latin America can be a great example for the world in general, also as Asian countries that are very big in population, but they also have the technology and the already universities. So now we don't need to, in the countries that are still developing, the idea is that we don't need to start from the very beginning. It's just a matter of sharing the steps that we already passed and help them to leverage from what we already learned. And so yeah, it is possible to move ourselves outside the systems that we are in terms of health systems also, but in terms also of knowledge. Now, I think in the pandemic, we realized that we can be connected all the time and exchanging these experiences with other biomes in the world, like we are doing now with these webinars. So thank you very much, and success in your lives and your careers. Bye.